Well,
yeah.
there are female to male trans women or trans men who are okay, sort of, with their vagina,
You know what
and
I
they've
mean.
made
It's
peace
a
with
figure of
themselves.
speech. Don't take everything I say so literally.
So we are to gather that you are quite comfortable with your vagina, correct?
Yes,
How can I verify that you have a vagina?
you don't get to.
That's not
Do
very
people
fair.
have to submit
I don't
photographs?
care about your opinion.
Do people have to submit photographs?
No,
Well, then
Jeez.
how do you know?
I put them through a voice interview. However, there is a second part. If you end up failing it, then there is like a selfie ID thing, but it's just your face.
Wait, but how does that verify that they have a vagina, though?
Because they sound female.
Anyone
The
can sound.
criteria doesn't seem to be a vagina. The criteria seems to be passive.
Passing.
Exactly. Yeah,
actually.
that's
Criteria
exactly.
is
Do you want me to
passing.
walk you through my entire verification process?
If you're not getting
Yes.
pussy
And
pics, then how are
understanding?
you telling if they have a
Do you
vagina? or
have
not?
any? Do you have any
All right,
any
I
criteria that
will,
would keep Blair
but
White out of your server?
Jesus.
you have to not interrupt me, and you have to let me finish, so that you don't ask a question that I'm going to answer later. Okay?
Well, we don't get many turfs in here, so it's unusual.
Okay. First
Yes.
thing, I look at the way that they're typing to people in the chat. I look at the way that they talk to the staff and the other females. There are certain ways that guys tend to speak on the internet. I look
Not
into their
always.
account information and I look and see if their account is a throwaway. I look at past names. For example, let's say somebody's named Krista and they have a past name John. I'm going to ask them about that. In the actual interview, there are certain ways that guys will, or rather won't, answer questions, and we look for those things. It's just a thing you get a feel for through experience.
Yeah, you just
If
know.
they don't check out, if their voice doesn't check out, I have a vocal test, which it's called the high-low test.
really?
It tests for voice actors, voice
I have a
changers,
follow-up
and
question.
people doing
This is
accents if
really
they were to do that
dumb.
for whatever
I just want to
reason.
let you know.
You
This
said
is
you wouldn't
Shut up,
interrupt
Yuri.
me.
Come on, Yuri.
Don't interrupt me. I have experience personally with voice actors and voice changers. That's why I know how to weed them out. Okay. If
bet
I'm
you're
still
very
unsure
good
at that point, I put through method 2 verification, which is a selfie ID. You get to mark out all of your information. You put your Discord tag, timestamp, and a special code that I write. The reason that I go to this extent is it's going to be a lot less appealing to a guy who's like trying to ask a girl to do it for him, for her to write all this shit and get out her ID and everything.
What the fuck?
Or
But it
alternatively,
happens.
I will do a short video call just to see that their face is
Yeah.
actually their face. But I don't really like doing that because it feels creepy. So I really, really, really try to steer away from that.
Yeah, all the other stuff's definitely
And then
not.
after the verification, I monitor the way that they speak in the server. And if their speech patterns and the kinds of things that they talk about start to change, then sometimes I will at random say, get in a voice call within 30 seconds or you're banned. That way they won't have time to get a girl on the mic. And that's another way you can get them out.
It's
If
very
they somehow slip through
Machiavellian.
the cracks. So it is very intense, it is very rigorous, and it is very time consuming. But it
Would it
generally
just
just
be
boils
easier
down
to
to
not be a bigot?
experience.
Okay, so
And-
none of this is definite, is what you're saying, because we still haven't, like, we can't verify if they have a vagina or
Okay,
not.
how
None
is
of this is
there is
indicative
no
of them having a
definite way
vagina.
to do this over the internet. This
Oh,
is
we get pussy
the best
pics and
way
make
to
sure
do
that
while
they're,
being-
we can
this is
video
the best
chat
way to
them.
do while being minimally invasive.
Just
Well,
like
for
garbage
example-
criteria. Then.
Sure, I
Well,
could
energy-
definitely ask every female who joins my server, get on a video call and show me your vagina, but I'm never going to do that because that's awful.
Well, why not
I'd
just
be okay
why
with
not
That is
just
a very
You said that
invasive.
was your criteria as for them having
Yeah.
a vagina, but what you said, these things you said, are not indicative of them having a vagina.
why not just
There are
have
certain
them get
ways that females tend to act on the internet versus
Not
males.
always.
And
Like,
at the end of the day, this is a Discord server, and there are certain lengths we're not going to go to. So I
Yeah,
get
but
that you're picking it apart for the sake of humor and like, haha, look at the feminist. I'm not a feminist, by the way.
not
No,
picking
you're
it
not.
apart.
But
Yeah.
Just a cunt.
You sound
like
like
you
a
got to think
cunt.
about it. If you're gonna take me seriously, think about it
No.
logically.
I
You know,
think you're
you
serious.
can't-
I am thinking about it
Logically.
logically.
Wow.
What, Char? I think
There are
you're
certain extents you just don't go to over the internet.
Well,
And we all know
prejudice is
that.
not
It's
a
common
rational.
sense.
Prejudice is not a rational thing, so we're not approaching it logically. We're approaching it socially.
Yeah,
so why
sorry,
not just have
sorry.
them get a scapula and make sure and let you examine their cervix,
A speculum.
speculum, whatever.
Don't do that
They're
with
not
the
very good at it.
a scapula. That'd be weird.
Yeah, that's your
Uh,
shoulder.
Because you guys know
Why
you're
do you
doing
say
it.
you're not a feminist? That's really strange.
No,
I think third wave feminism is kind of dumb. They're not really fighting for female rights. They're fighting
you-
for.
Oh,
you're an
Well-
ethno-nationalist. She's an ethno-nationalist.
Oh, what?
Shocking.
Oh no, we didn't see this coming, boys.
Well, no, what's funny is that this policy, this turf policy, is one reason people don't like
What's a turf?
feminists.
She's not a
Trans-exclusionary
feminist.
feminist.
Hold on, she's not a feminist, let alone a radical one.
But the turfs call
Do
themselves.
you let
I don't know.
do you let people of color in your server?
Trans-exclusionary radical
That's
feminist.
the no
That's what a
feminist
turf
fallacy.
is.
One at
Right.
a time,
And
ladies.
that's kind of what she's espousing with
Shut up.
this
She's not a feminist.
trans-exclusionary. Right. That's what I'm trying to point out. That it seems strange that she's saying she's not a feminist.
I'm not a feminist.
So she's
Then
not a
how would you-
feminist, she's not a radical
Not-
feminist. Therefore, she's not
No,
a
that's-
turf.
What I'm saying
Right.
is what
Did
the
nobody,
policy
play
that she's
with you at school?
espousing is one of the main, well, maybe not the main reason, but one of the reasons that people don't like this new form of feminism. That's what I think is funny.
I think that feminism could be used in countries where women are getting stoned to death. That would be pretty cool. But obviously,
is
in
where it
first
gets
world
dumb.
countries, we have equal rights, and I think
Why do you think you
women
deserve
have things way too easy compared to men in some ways.
Why do you think women deserve equal rights?
I don't know if they do, but
You don't know if they do.
No, women
I
don't
don't
deserve
really
equal
care
rights.
enough to.
You don't
I
care
mean,
about equal rights.
it doesn't affect
There you
me
go.
if
Feel
a
that.
woman in Saudi Arabia is getting stoned to death, but in theory, it would be cool if they didn't. I guess that would be
It's
nice.
Such a, it always
I
seems
mean,
such a bizarre
what the
position
fuck is
to
she
say
talking
that, look,
about?
people don't have it. People are less equal somewhere else, so we can't work on any equality issues here. It's a bizarre fucking thing. I mean, it happens all the
It's kind
time
of
with
cool,
conservatives.
except for all the feminist bullshit.
So
Verify me, Crexa.
There's her Twitter. I
I'm
posted
doing
her Twitter.
fucking verification right now. Cry about it.
Ellie, don't let Ellie
you not
is
hear
a
my
trans
voice?
woman. Do
I can hear your
not
voice,
listen to-
Ellie.
What if I did your verification in a call with 50 people? That would be great.
I don't care.
There's
No,
not
I
50
wouldn't. There are
people.
guys in here.
Can you not hear my voice?
I can hear your voice. That is not the only factor that goes into it.
It's not the
I mean,
vagina.
I already
that
know
gets
you're a
into it,
girl, but I still have
clearly.
to put you through the interview.
That's stupid.
Why would you still have to put her through the interview if you already know that she's female and the point of verification is to determine whether or not she's
Because everyone has to do it, and then we share notes on the verification so that we know what to
And the
look for
process is
afterwards.
stupid. And the process has
Dude,
no
this is how
meaning.
retarded feminists are. They're just committed to the
She's
process.
not a
She's not a
the actual-
feminist.
the actual goal of the process, but they're just committed to the.
Yeah,
So
regardless.
She's not a feminist.
I don't give a fuck what you say. She is a
Did you
feminist.
hear
Don't
my
say it
answer?
again.
No,
She
she's
is
not.
a fucking feminist.
No, she
She's
isn't.
not a feminist.
Bitch, I'll call her what I want. Don't ever say that again in my presence.
Don't ever
Too much of
Not a
a.
feminist.
say shit like that to me.
Oh my god.
Don't talk to me like that, man. Shut the fuck up.
I'm not gonna have someone sit here and tell me she's not a feminist repeatedly. I'm gonna
She
call her what
says
I'm gonna
she's not
call her.
feminist,
I'm gonna
Seamus.
call her what I'm gonna call her, and that's not gonna change because Helena's sitting there chirping in my fucking ear.
All right,
She's not a
Shay,
feminist,
Shay,
though.
not a
let's,
feminist.
let's
not.
guys, let me talk to this guy. Shay, why do you think I'm a feminist? Come on, buddy, speak up.
That's boring.
Let's have a.
Jay
have a
must have
I
been
don't
segment.
know.
called out.
I heard some bullshit about you self-identified as a feminist, but then you just said I'm
No,
not
I
a third
didn't.
wave. You self-identified as a feminist.
No,
You
I
said,
said
but
I'm
I'm
not
not
a
a third
feminist.
wave feminist. I don't agree with
Jay,
that.
Jay, have you ever considered
So
maybe
I
you're
would take a
schizophrenic?
self-identification as pretty good
She
proof.
didn't
What do you think?
self-identify as a
Because
feminist.
you're
She
hearing
did.
things
Yeah,
that didn't
she
happen.
said she's not a feminist, and then she went on to critique third wave feminism. She in no way identified as a feminist.
I try to kill it with the
Okay.
combo, buddy.
So in no way you identify as a feminist. You don't think women should have voting rights? In no way you identify as a feminist, huh? Is that true?
I don't really care. I'm pretty apolitical, to be
You
honest.
don't care if women have
She's-
voting rights? I like you all of a sudden. You're great. So like if I were trying to revoke your voting rights, you'd be like indifferent. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, pretty much.
You'd be
I don't really
indifferent.
care about politics.
Okay. If I wish to revoke all women's voting rights, would you be indifferent?
Yeah, I don't really care about politics.
Yeah, you're not a feminist. You're cool.
Shameless turn up the hype.
All right then. Anyways, where were we before?
Yeah, I'm sorry
that?
for calling her a feminist.
Yeah. Okay.
We were
Anyways,
talking about your shitty criteria.
Yeah. So, no, the reason I put everyone through an interview is we take notes and we exchange notes, so we know like if there are any red flags with the person, what to keep an eye out for.
Say, Crexa, Seamus wants to have sex with you where he chokes you out and then scars you with his
I
name
am
on
not
your breast.
interested.
I'm not big into choking at all. Most of the women I've been with kind of are, but it's not my thing.
But he will ask for a rim job.
Yeah, the rim
I
job
already
will
have
will
someone
come.
who does that better. So,
You
no
better
thanks.
be prepared for the rim job.
Are they female? Crexa?
No. I dominate females.
Crexa,
I don't need a female to do that.
I wonder where
you
women
that?
acquire this fetish.
So that's why you want to know female server.
No.
Oh, you're a lesbian.
Ugh.
Got it.
You dominate females.
All
That's
becomes clear now.
Is
Good
my
for you.
sarcasm too dry? Nobody
She
ever
feels,
fucking can
she
tell when I'm
feels
joking.
impotent. She feels impotent around milk.
I don't know. She sounds Canadian, and I really don't like those people.
I'm not Canadian.
It's rude.
Are you Canadian, eh?
She sounds like Nevin.
Hi, Ellie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She sounds like Nevin. So I'm already sketched out around her. I don't trust this girl.
The thing about dominating women was kind of a joke because like all the girls in my server end up being into me and I like have to reject them all the time and say stop, I'm taken.
You guys are
Go in there,
stupid.
you'll
Never
see.
sounds smarter than this trick.
Are you like
Ellie,
really
are you in the
hot or
server right
something? Why
now?
are they all into you? Why are
Can
they all
you
into you?
verify me and then I can see everything?
You can talk in the welcome chat. Go ask them how many
can't
girls are
join
into
this server.
Crexa. Go ask
Why are
them.
they into you? Are they just like your personality, or do you
Because
post
I'm hot,
pics or
I
something?
guess.
Oh, it's because you're hot. Did you post pics or something?
Yeah, I did, but I think it's more so like the way that I talk.
I mean, are you gonna put? Oh, because it's how you talk. You talk like kind of like a valley girl. You don't sound very smart either. Can I see the
Yeah, she
pics of
does.
you? If that's your
Talk
endearing
more
quality,
like the
can
way
I
that I
see?
speak, not really my voice.
That's cool. Can I see the
Like the
pics
way
of
that
you?
I carry myself and everything.
If
Kind of
they're
energy
your
I put out.
self-proclaimed endearing quality, can I see?
Crexa, how long is this verification process? Can you just do it real quick and then verify?
No, I'm not doing it right now. Shut up and wait your turn.
Oh shit!
Wow, that was
Yep,
awesome.
she likes to
fuck.
dominate.
That's
She
right.
did
She's
make
a
that very
dom.
clear.
She's a dom.
Post a picture and member pictures then.
You'll get used to it. I'm pretty fucking rude in the
So why
welcome
do you
channel.
run an all-girl
Listen,
server? I'm sure people have already asked
Yo,
her this,
bitch, what's
right?
your Twitch?
I get asked literally all the time, do my verification, even though we're pinging them like 3 times a day
Well,
and
maybe
they
you
don't
didn't
answer.
have.
Can you
So
not
we
do
say
that
shut
noise?
up and
dumb
we'll do it when we want to.
If you didn't have a dumb process, then people wouldn't.
Sorry,
be
I can't
bugging you all
understand
the
you.
time.
Can you speak up? Enunciate your words.
Wow, you really are dumb. You have
Wow,
hearing
she's
problems
Yeah,
too?
she is. Yeah, she
Right
Wait,
is.
do you have hearing problems too? Because I know your cognitive capabilities are really
Wait,
hindered.
Layla was
But what about your
mumbling.
hearing?
Don't talk shit. Layla was mumbling. This girl's on point. Get her.
We heard what she said.
I can hear all of you just fine. I can't
This
hear Ellie
chick
though.
gets off on humiliating women.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, this girl's gonna make. This girl's gonna
Everybody shut
fucking
up.
make it.
Layla versus
She
Crexa.
likes
No, I
to
don't.
dominate women because it makes her
Once
feel
again,
some type of way.
Dude, you sound so
didn't
low energy,
understand that it was
Layla.
a
You
joke.
need to get your life together.
I'm tired.
You need to stay away from
Are
the
you
video
gonna watch
games. You
Alien
sound so
with
low
us?
energy. This girl's gonna destroy you. You're never
I got
coming out on
woken
top.
up.
Yeah.
Ellie, you gonna watch Alien with us?
Gamers.
Are you gonna watch Alien with us, Ellie?
Maybe.
Maybe. See, I hate when people do this. It's either yes or no. What is this maybe stuff, right, Ellie?
When are you watching it?
Maybe
Now she
now?
feels like she has to. This shit is weak. Fuck off, Ellie.
Fuck, I'll watch. Where are you guys watching from?
The viewing room.
Hey, Layla, I specifically remember Tom being on the way home last night and saying, maybe when we said, "Do you want to play League of Legends?"
So wait, hold on. I
No,
have a question.
man. No.
Yeah, what's
We
up,
aren't
Craig? So
interested in you
you're so
anymore.
dominant.
Oh,
You're
but
you're
she's not the
so
center of attention anymore, guys.
you're so
When
dominant.
I
You
joined
have the floor.
server, I figured that it was like a server for an unboxing channel, but this is
It
super
is.
political. What the fuck is this
What are you
server?
talking about? The
Craig said
unboxing is
Unboxing is very political.
It's a very high IQ server.
yeah.
So I've been
It's-
here for
Hey,
all of 5
Crexa.
minutes, and I've already
Crexa,
decided
just
what the
shut up
server's
and
about.
listen,
And
sweetheart.
how come the server's not
Oh
about
my
what I thought it was about? What
You
the
say
Oh my
dog?
something
God.
politically like controversial, and then you're surprised to get controversial.
Hey, Crexa, are you an atheist?
I'm not complaining. I'm just asking. And yes, I am an atheist.
Oh,
Really?
that's even more
That's so
retarded.
cool.
I wish
That's
I wasn't,
retarded.
but I am, unfortunately.
Seamus
Wait,
wants you to
why is it unfortunate? I'm curious.
Shamos can give you
Because I think religion gives you kind of a safety net in life. Like whenever
Well,
you're
religion has nothing to
feeling-
do with you being an atheist. I just want to let you know that.
What?
Whenever you're feeling really down,
Yeah, it's just it's just a
religion is
belief that
something
God
that you can
doesn't
lean on,
exist.
and when you're an atheist, you don't have that. So if
Yeah,
you don't really have support,
you can appreciate
it's
religion
a
and
lot
be an
easier to fall
atheist.
into those negative feelings, and I think religion can kind of.
Don't bash her too much. I mean, she's an atheist, so that's good at least, right?
So
she's at least on
yeah,
the
I
right
would love
track.
to be religious. I just don't believe.
Wait, what's your argument? What argument do you have that God doesn't exist?
I just
Don't say
believe
that.
in a
Don't
God.
say
I know
that.
No,
I
I'm
could
just
be
asking. I'm
wrong,
asking for
but
the
like,
argument. I just want to know
No,
what
no, no,
argument
just-
she used.
She's a
I don't-
nationalist too. Some kind of nationalist.
I don't care
I think
about
you
that.
might get along. No, I'm
I
talking
don't
to
care.
Shamos.
What?
Are we
So
gonna walk
what?
past the? We
I'm
gonna
not
walk
the
past
kind of
the
white
fact that
nationalist
Shamos.
that these idiots are.
I'm not really here to
We're
like
gonna walk
argue that
past the
there's no
fact that
God. I
Shamos
mean,
said that being an atheist is the right direction.
what?
Well, I was just trying to make her feel welcome. I mean, I think atheism is fucking retarded, but
Yeah, I'm curious. What argument do you have that God doesn't exist?
Yeah, as I've been trying to say, I could be wrong. I could totally be wrong. I'm not here to like argue
you're
with
not
you
an
guys
what
that
he's
there's
really
not a
asking
God.
you in
Not an atheist.
a less weird autist ways, he's just asking like, stop believing. But was there a certain reason that you stopped believing?
Yeah, so like I grew up in a really, really religious
Oh
family,
my
like
God,
going to
I
church every
purposely didn't want
weekend.
to ask this question, but go ahead.
Yeah, but it'll get us to
cringiest
where we need to
question.
be. It'll get us to where we need to be.
And whenever I was like 8 or 9, I started like really thinking about everything they were saying, and I'm like, huh, this doesn't make sense. And so I started questioning it. I talked to the priest, and he couldn't answer my questions. You know, it was kind of just the
Oh, well, like what
believe, you
didn't
gotta
make sense
believe
about
thing,
it?
and I kind of just it just
What
doesn't
didn't
make
make sense
sense.
about it?
What
Those Catholic
priest? Were you
priests are pretty
Catholic?
polished apologists, you know, like they normally have answers to most
It was Protestant
questions.
Christian, not Catholic.
Oh, it was? Oh, you probably wrecked that guy.
A
What'd you ask him?
I
Protestant
did
priest?
as a 9-year-old.
You probably wrecked the fuck out of him then. Oh
Yeah.
shit, he was like an evangelical. He just got destroyed by this little 14-year-old girl asking these questions he couldn't
I was
answer. What'd you
9.
ask him?
I don't remember.
Oh,
I
you were
was
9,
fucking
so you're like
yeah.
you
I
wrecked
was
him even
fucking
earlier
9.
than I
I
thought,
don't even
huh?
remember
9 years
it.
old.
Yeah.
Just took the pasture in the back room and just spun his ass up, huh? What'd you ask him?
I just said I don't remember what I asked him. It was a really long time ago.
What would you ask him now?
I don't fucking know. I haven't thought about this in forever. I don't know. I already don't believe in it enough that I don't. There's nothing I would want to ask. I'm just like over it, you know.
Hey, Tom.
There's
Tom, I have a
no, you
question.
can't think of any reason
Yeah,
to
what's
doubt
up,
that God
Brenda? What's up?
exists.
Yeah, what's up,
Tom,
girl?
Tom,
What's
Tom,
up, girl?
does she have mods yet? Your policy,
Okay.
your
Here's a
policy
question.
is that everybody with a vagina
Of
gets
course
mods.
she's been
does she have
had
mods yet?
mods. She's been had mods.
Nah, she seems to like a little too like iron.
How
Vague.
hungry?
I don't
Might
know.
have to
Just
verify.
Okay, so
Might have to
I thought of a
verify.
question for you.
yeah. What's up? What's up, Crux?
You still want it?
Who you talking to?
All right.
Yeah, spit
So
it
my
up.
question would be, why is this religion true opposed to all of the other religions in the world that have been created?
I can answer that question.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Go ahead,
this was just the Shamos show.
Come on,
Shamos
do we have to fucking do this?
Yeah,
Well, I'm
Shamos
just,
wants to
okay,
show
well,
off,
fuck
bro.
me
They're the
then.
ones who want to do it. We don't have to. I
Shamos
don't
just
care
wants to
enough
show
to
off,
Well, I
do
mean,
man.
the answer to the
Everyone,
question is quite
the only person
simply.
that should be talking right now is Shamo.
Like,
It's because it's the one I believe. That's why it's true.
well, no,
right?
no. What I would say to you is something like this. just because let's just say there was like a million other religions or something. Let's say they all contradicted one another. So like either one of them's true and all the rest are false, or they're all false, or something
Yeah.
like that, right? Maybe they don't contradict each other in such a way that one of them would have to be true if another would be false. Okay. What do you, when it comes to that, if there were a million different religions that contradicted each other, does that mean that they can't be true? One of them couldn't be true?
I'm sure one of them could be, yeah. I just don't
Right. So I
personally
don't
believe
think
it.
that like it's a reason in and of itself to say something like, look, there's a lot of religions out there, you know, it's just such a small chance that yours is true or that one of them is true at all. It doesn't mean anything that there's a lot of religions out there. It doesn't have any bearing. Like if I had like one analogy I might be able to give you, and I don't think it's completely perfect, but if I had a lock and a key opened it, you know, you could have a million fake keys, you know, but it doesn't really show that, you know, that lock doesn't have a real key or something like that. You know, you could try a bunch of keys and they might not work.
Convince me that yours is true then. Give me some logical reasoning.
Oh fuck.
Go.
Oh shit.
Run MOA.
Shame show.
Give her the ontological argument.
Yeah, I do.
Well, no, I want to,
Give her
because
the
of
modal
my
ontological.
love and my adoration for my boy Matt Bell, I'm gonna give the Kalam.
Oh
That,
my
no,
God.
no, no, no. She
Oh
said.
my God.
But does that point to the Christian God?
Yeah. What is your religion, anyways?
Well, I mean, I'm a Christian, obviously.
Yeah, I
Right.
guess
So the
give her the
Kalam,
minimal facts.
the Kalam argument is an argument for the Christian God, right, Seamus?
No, but it's
Okay,
an
so
argument for.
see, Krexa said, "Give me an argument for why your religion is true," and by that you just wanted to give her an argument about why your religion's not true.
Oh fuck!
Well,
Gosh
no, that's
darn it,
not.
man!
That's
How
not
did
the case.
Shamos get wrecked?
The idea is that, like, if I wanted to convince someone that a person was at their door named Bob with red hair or something, you know, I first might want to convince them that there's a person there at all. You know what I mean? And
I don't want to
so
hear an analogy.
you could take
I
a
want to hear
minimalistic
you logically explain why your religion is
that
true.
God exists, and he could be some type of God that's compatible with Abrahamic gods. He could be, you know, have the triomnies, etc. And that gets you closer to the thesis that the Christian God is true.
It also gets you closer to Allah being true and other gods
That is
being
true.
true.
Yeah, I agree. I don't disagree with that.
Actually, well, I mean, I don't even think it. I don't even get you closer to a god, even, right?
Yeah, hold on. I'm not listening. I need to plug in my laptop.
No, the Kalam specifically doesn't even really. It gets you to like some cause of the universe.
Yeah, some
It's not
first
even necessary.
cause. Yeah.
Unconquered
Well,
sun.
there are arguments that can be
All right,
given.
I'm back.
And so that can make you think that it's an agent. There's some arguments. That have some force.
Right. So Krexa asked you for an argument for why your religion is true.
Is he still going on with
And
this?
what you were about to give her is an argument to think that there was a cause to the universe.
Yeah, because I think that's a good place to start. Like I said, if I wanted to convince you that there was a person at your door, you know, named Bob with red hair, it might be a good idea to first convince you that there was a person at your door at all. And
If
so
this is
You're not
gonna
even.
take
That's not
more
even
than 2
saying.
minutes,
Kalam
I
doesn't
do
even
not
get
care
you
enough to
to
listen.
somebody knocking at
Wait,
the door.
I just want to hear
like,
Shamos try to do this against this girl. Not like, come on, guys.
Are you
I'm really-
convinced so far from what you've heard, Krexa?
No.
I really want Shamos to. I really want to see if this girl knows what she's talking about. So I'm curious how she would respond to the Kalam. I know,
not
but I'm
even
just curious.
like arguing that I know what I'm talking about.
no,
I'm
I'll
arguing that
hand
I'm
it over.
indifferent.
I'll hand it over to the pros because clearly they're a
Like,
lot better.
you
at
guys
guiding
want
us than
to
you.
Right.
frame it as
only
if
one
I am
person
trying
in
to
the room
argue
that could do a
something.
better job than me at this. Go
I'm
ahead,
just
Tom.
kind of like chilling out in here, brother.
You want me to give an argument for why your religion is true?
I'm saying
I'm
if
not.
you don't want me to lead, no, I'm not talking about you giving an argument. I'm saying if you don't want me to lead, no one here is capable of filling that position save you. So go ahead, take it over.
I don't understand what you're saying. You were
He's
asked.
just telling you to direct the conversation, like interrogate this girl. He was doing his own.
You don't think that anybody can give the minimal facts argument other than you, Shamos?
No. He's not saying that it has to be about God or anything or atheism. It was just an aspect he was attacking. He said if you guys want to take the conversation somewhere else and interrogate her, he said by all means go ahead. That's all he's saying.
Yeah, man.
No,
do it. I
Shamos
got
is
nothing to hide.
obfuscate.
Yeah, this is
He
Shamos
was
trying
asked a
to.
question.
Yeah.
He was asked a question, a direct question about his specific God, and then he gave a answer that which pertained to any God.
Why
Not
are we
any
still
God.
going on about this? We already came to the
It wouldn't be
conclusion.
true that it applies to any
Like,
God.
can we stop going in circles? This is getting like
And
mind
by the way,
numbing.
this all started off with her saying, you know, there's tons of religions out there, and then you made an analogy about there being multiple religions and there being contradictions amongst them, and then it led to, well, why should I believe your religion as opposed to the other ones? And then you wanted to give the kalam, which wouldn't have really done that.
Well, I mean, it gets you closer to that thesis. So
Can
it
I
gets you.
debate with
So
somebody
like,
who
if we're gonna walk
can
a
answer a
mile,
direct question? That would be
you
nice.
need to walk
Sure,
a
I'll do
mile
it.
to
I'll do
complete
it.
some goal, and I get
I
you to
don't
walk,
even like.
you
I'm not
know,
even
a
Can
quarter
you be a
mile.
little bit less
then
video age and accept that some answers
closer to
don't
that.
come in bites?
What? I
So,
didn't hear you.
Yes, you did. You heard me just fine, honeypot.
so she asked you for an argument that your religion is true. Do you have that or not?
Yeah, that's what
Say
she
yes or
asked.
no. Yes or fucking no, dude.
Yes.
Then
You
give
couldn't
it.
tell by my
Give
answer.
the argument in a concise manner, which will take a short amount of time, preferably under 3 minutes. And if it's going to take more than 3 minutes, I don't care to learn it
I'll
enough.
do it. I got an argument for
Shut
you.
the fuck up,
Yes,
Yuri.
Hold on.
Yeah, you guys take over. You guys are on your own now. I'm not doing
Wait,
this shit.
Samuel, I got this, man. I'll give her an argument.
Yuri, shut up. Yuri, shut up.
Whoa.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not interested in doing this shit. You guys kind of burn your.
Wow. Okay. All
Let's do
right.
it.
Wow.
Do
I've
whatever
never
the fuck you
seen.
want with
I've
Shane.
never seen. Never in my life, I ever seen.
I'm just saying, if you guys
Shameless
want to
back
bite the hand
down
that
like
feeds
you
you,
just
then you
did.
can fuck off. You know, I would have just jumped into my routine and done it, but you guys had to be a little fat. You guys had to be that way about it. So, you know, go ahead, have fun.
Never in
someone
my
gonna
life
impress
have I ever
me or
seen
what?
Shameless back down, especially not from a 19-year-old girl who just said like, "What's the argument?" and give it in 3 minutes. Wow. Never in my life. This is a first. This is a first, right?
I tend to give people a lot of firsts.
Holy shit. Now she's gloating.
Jesus Christ, Shamos.
Never in my life.
You. I don't like you at all, Shamos, and I'm hurting for you right now.
First time I've ever seen that.
Anyways.
Yeah, I'm not interested.
Not only did Shamos like leave, but he was like looking to like for anything that he could get his hands off to fucking pull him out of the water. Like he was just like, "Oh, Yuri, no, you guys are on your own. Like I'm done."
No, you guys talked a lot of shit. You were like, "Oh, here he goes. Oh, look, the Kalam. Oh," and then you guys were running a bunch of bullshit or whatever. And then guys were talking about like, "Oh, now we're in the Shamos show." So it seemed like people were complaining that I had grabbed the steering
That
wheel. You know
no,
what I
I
mean?
look,
And
I
so,
came.
Like, I feel like okay, you know what I mean? Maybe I grabbed the steering wheel and it wasn't such a good idea, and I'll just take my hands off and y'all go right ahead. In fact, I gotta go take a shit, so I'm not even. I gotta
Right.
go anyway.
Okay, bud.
I don't
So,
give
Tom-
a fuck, dude. You think I
Tom,
care about
Kathleen-
this girl right here? This girl's dumber than her. I don't.
Yeah,
give a fuck.
I like to think that Krexa
I would have picked
also.
this girl apart on my own, and I would have just had fun with it and threw fallacies at her and laughed at the whole fucking shenanigans.
Yeah,
But now you guys are just gonna be.
I like to think.
those grapes. I bet they're sour.
I like to think that Krexa also induced that bowel movement you're about to have. You just like had to shit your pants, literally.
Let me explain something to you guys. There's another server that
Can
I'm
you
in.
do it in
right?
under 3 minutes? Because otherwise we're not
Like-
interested.
yeah. The kind of not the role, but the purpose I have there is I weed out the stupid and weak men. But I do respect people who are clearly
Oh shit.
This girl reminds me of a very young Nevin.
So if you are clearly above me, then yeah, I'll recognize that and I'll respect you.
Yeah, girls like Krex are just sub to the right guy. That's all.
Well, I'm above her.
I already have a guy.
They're like Danny, you know. He's like, if he thinks that he's your intellectual superior, he's just gonna be a fucking asshole. But if he doesn't, he's just a little puppy dog.
So she just claimed to have weeded out the weak and inferior Seamus. Is that what the claim?
Oh fuck.
Yes, that's exactly what she said.
Does
Well,
anybody doubt that's what
I
happened?
mean, he can prove me wrong, but he hasn't yet.
Well, I was just wondering what his reaction to that was gonna be. That's all.
God damn it! What did I miss?
Yeah, I expected him
Seamus'
to
Seamus' specialty isn't really for giving arguments that the Christian God is the one true God. It's more like trying to poke holes in arguments against it.
So he's good at diffusing other people's arguments, but not making his own.
Well, I think he can render many arguments, like,
Sounds like Ben Shapiro.
well, I don't know what that means, but I think he can render like many arguments, but I think his strength is in trying to find some reason why like an argument isn't, like, there could be some way to get out of it. He's very good at that.
What she means, Tom, is that she thinks Ben Shapiro is an intellectual.
The cool kid's philosopher.
Alright, Tom, I think we should define atheism real quick.
No.
man,
All right, look.
I'm joking.
Look, I'm just really chill. I'm pretty apolitical.
Dude, you're
I
not
don't really
chill, dude. You're just
care
like,
about your beliefs and stuff. I don't really care about people's feelings much. I'm just here to hang out.
Facts are feelings, right? Huh?
Wait, I'm just curious though. I don't know whoever Shameless interrupted me when I was trying to ask you this question, but like if you're an atheist, you should have like an argument against why you don't believe in God. So like you have like an argument for why you don't think God.
I mean, I think at least the Christianity that I grew up in, things just didn't really make sense. If somebody convinces me otherwise, that would be great because I'd love to be religious. But
So you're just an
I mean,
agnostic.
I guess
you're not an
nobody
atheist.
has yet. That's probably it.
Christianity can be false, and there can still be a God, right?
Yeah, I'm sure
Yeah.
that's
So
possible. I
being
just haven't found it yet.
being not a Christian doesn't make a very good atheist, right? You
Yeah,
have
you
to be
just-
somebody who's
I mean, I don't believe in a God. I don't believe in an afterlife. Maybe I'm
right,
more
right.
like
But
agnostic.
why don't you believe in there's a God? Christianity doesn't make sense. Isn't a good reason.
Because I
not
haven't
believe in
been
God. It's a
shown
good
anything to
reason.
prove me otherwise.
That's an argument
Let
from
me finish my
ignorance.
sentence real quick.
Wait a minute. Is this the one that came
Look,
in under
not-
the name Meow?
Molly.
Molly, what the fuck?
No, she's different.
All I'm saying is that like
Brian or
having good
Biddy?
reasons to not be a Christian isn't necessarily a good reason to not be an atheist.
Right, exactly.
To be an atheist, sorry.
I think
I just want to-
that until I have something religious that I believe in, I'm an atheist. I mean, what else would I be?
That's
You can be a
tautological.
non-religious theist.
Is it?
Yeah. You could be like a non-religious theist. You can
I
be
don't
an
really
agnostic.
believe in anything.
Yeah, you could be an agnostic.
Right, we got that much. We're wondering why.
Yeah.
I haven't
She
been
believes in
shown
one-
anything otherwise
Wait,
that I
do
She
you
believes
hold the
in one
belief that you
thing,
don't have
dominating
justification
cis women.
for? You're really low, Brenda.
She believes in one thing: dominating cis women.
Oh, okay, that's great. Thank you, Brenda, for that input. Thank you.
Wait,
I
she's a
believe
lesbian?
myself. I am God.
Get
Well,
over
no.
yourself, Yuri.
Wait,
yeah,
hold
what's your
on. She's a
Twitch?
lesbian?
What's your
It's like
Twitch,
people
Grexa?
keep over talking.
She
Take a
claims
joke.
not to be, but she very much
Take a
We can't
fucking
nail
like
down
to
a
dominate.
point. It's just
Oh, so
fucking.
she just takes advantage of lesbian women.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Listen, Grexa, what's your Twitch?
I'm not a titty streamer.
What's what?
Huh?
I was.
Hold on.
Huh?
Jesus.
Nobody was saying you're a titty streamer. They were asking for your Twitch.
She just said she's not a cam
I
horse.
love how she said
okay?
she's not a
Fuck
titty
off.
streamer, and
Look,
everyone just like
she
kill
could-
streamed.
yeah, but she could-
Well, that's
she could just-
that's, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory.
She could
right?
just be on Twitch and not showing her boobs. Is that what she means?
Yeah, like I don't
No.
understand.
Yeah, but that's not the kind of shit y'all are interested in.
See, what I
What are you
want to know is
talking
why
about?
Seth's not a titty streamer. Wow.
Well, we know what you're interested in, Seamus. You're trying your damned hardest to get in a pair of those panties, and you just keep
What, with
failing.
this girl?
Just wants
Nah.
to slap her around.
What?
So you
Oh,
don't
you
have
did
it
at first,
all?
Amo.
Maybe a
Girl,
little
she-
bit.
So
yeah,
if I
for being
just
a weak.
Google this, I won't find anything?
Oh shit,
What are
man!
you
He's
guys?
trying to.
I can't
Shameless
even
is being
talk
the
I'm
most
back.
beta right now,
Oh,
man.
found it.
for fuck's sake. I
Alright,
can't even talk to her
faggots,
without you
I
guys
have
accusing me of trying to
returned.
fuck her.
That
Yeah,
word's
you
the
did.
that's words not allowed in here.
Wait, hold on. Are there words that you don't want me to say?
Yeah, you can't
the
say
N-word
the
and
F,
don't say the F word.
the F
Okay.
word as in the gay F word, and you also can't say
The N-word.
KYS.
sentence.
And you can't say the N word.
Yeah.
Or any variant thereof.
You're laughing, but it's serious.
It's so funny that you could lose the server.
What a dumb bitch.
Why?
I'm not
interested.
political
Why
because
did you
my
find
head
that
gets
funny?
You know, I appreciate
We
that
were
you guys
talking about you
fawn
earlier,
over
Kat.
my every word, but
I'm
No,
not
no,
I
political
I'm
because
not
you guys
fawning.
fawn over my everywhere.
Wait. So
I'm
why
not
is it that
political
you
because
found
there's
that
a
Fawn
funny?
giant
over
empty
every
space
look. I
between
don't
my
know if
left
you
and
noticed
right
this,
ear.
but we critique every single word everyone says.
you guys
on the
wanted to
server.
debate about
We're
beta
meta.
males earlier, right? I'd argue that some of the
No,
people in
we
here are,
didn't.
because they are like,
Yeah.
woo! They're
So why is
loving
it that you laughed when
What?
we mentioned that we have banned words in the server? What was that so funny about that?
Oh, I just like, I'm used to people like getting really
Used to
triggered over
people.
those words, just like them being said. So
Yeah.
I kind of think it's funny to get super triggered, like just by hearing a word.
Like
Because I think it's kind of
triggered over
ridiculous.
like gender
wait.
or something.
I think it's kind of ridiculous.
So
to-
you think
Oh
it's
my God.
triggering that? You know, it's funny that.
I think it's kind of ridiculous to
I'm still
let
talking,
a word have so
darling.
much
Yeah, I'm
power
still
over
talking.
you.
I'm
No,
still
look,
talking.
if you're
Molly,
So
don't
you
do the bitchy
no.
routine.
Yeah, well,
Please
that's
Hang
don't.
on a minute.
That's
You
your
Muppet,
routine in the
listen.
server.
Wait, wasn't everybody doing the bitchy routine
Look,
like 2
Crexa,
seconds ago?
Crexa, don't flatter.
Kathleen is here.
Crexa,
You
don't.
guys shut up.
Crexa, don't flatter yourself, right? There was a lot of people that used all those words constantly, right? It's not motivated by like our fifis or something like that. It's just because like we do YouTube and Discord TOS, okay? So don't flatter yourself.
Yeah, it's fine, dude.
Go ahead and be
I just
edgy
laughed
in
a
your
little
own
bit,
server.
man.
It's just like it's
You're
not.
all like, you're all freaking out over everything. Like, I didn't argue. I just laughed a little bit.
Who's freaking
That
out?
was
Not
We
it.
really
just said,
freaking
look,
out.
these
It's just
banned
trying to
words.
figure out why you would think
No,
it
you
was
gotta
funny
calm
to
down.
disparage.
I mean, you're gonna
No,
find
I'm
out,
quite calm.
Crexa, that these people
Calm
are
down.
far leftists. They're left extremists.
Like you're gonna make
find
Molly
out
go
very quickly.
supersonic, and that's never any fun for anybody, right? I'm just gonna blow out a
Like,
fucking
remember how
earphone.
hard they were giving
Don't you
you? Remember how
guys-
hard they were
How do you
railing
guys
you on
keep
like
her in
what a
check?
girl was?
No, you want to keep me in
They're
check,
far left
darling.
extremists. They're going to shit all over you. They're going to deny. They're like basically postmodernists. Do you know what that means?
Seamus, weren't you taking a shit a minute
my
ago?
God. Yeah, Seamus, didn't you have to go, man? Didn't you have to go do something with your
Please
go
I'm
keep
quite
shitting.
interested
if you
in.
guys didn't botch the whole fucking thing, I wouldn't have had to come back.
Stop.
Come on, get
Now you
Seamus
got
trigger
now you got
slips
the
up and says a
bitchy
bad word or
British
something.
lady talking again.
Yeah,
for
great.
We're
whatever
not
reason.
interested in the incel
God.
filibuster.
You sound triggered,
Now the
Janos.
chat's full
Go
of
shit in your
screaming
hands
children.
and clap.
Hey,
Seamus.
Crexa, since you're so alpha female, what do you think about a guy who idolizes Elliot Rogers, the famous
You cut
incel?
out. Who idolizes what?
Elliot Rogers.
Elliot Rogers, the famous incel.
No, his name is Elliot Roger.
I mean, clearly that's ridiculous.
Oh shit.
Pretty
Because
beta male to
yeah, it seems kind of beta, huh?
Yeah, I mean, that guy couldn't get any pussy and he was mad about it, so he took out his anger.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So if somebody had that person as an idol, like, and I mean,
That's a pretty beta mindset to follow, I guess.
oh,
Would it follow that they
You getting all
couldn't
this,
get any
Seamus?
pussy as well? Would it follow that they couldn't get any
It's
pussy
like,
as well?
I can't get pussy, but I also can't improve myself. I'm gonna take it out by rampaging.
I love this girl.
Give her mods. Give her mods.
That
Give
was
her mods.
fucking retarded. That was fucking
Shit, how do you feel about that, Seamus? Shit.
What does Seamus follow Elliot Rogers?
Imagine if a guy said
Yeah.
that. We would all. It would have been crickets.
Well, it seems like
Any weird beta male with who
Yeah, it's all
things
nice.
out,
It's all
he'll
nice to
follow.
treat it comically,
poor
but it's a little less.
Seamus.
It's a little less
can't get any
comical when they've got a
pussy.
fucking rifle strapped to their hand.
that's not true. He did land a 4 a few months back. A 4 out of
Then
10.
why does he follow Elliot Rogers?
It's a little known fact that Seamus can get pussy anytime he wants if he's not too fucking particular about what species it belongs to.
Oh no!
Yeah, actually, Shamos actually harbors a lot of like resentment towards women like you because you're.
Yikes!
This is so. This is the irony. Is just
Seamus.
killing me right now.
If you take better care of yourself, better hygiene, better grooming.
This is
fix up
exactly
your
what he
attitude
hates.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Then you can get laid. Like, you don't have to kill people.
Shamos thinks that he should just
You don't have to
Shamos.
fuck animals. You can do all that.
Look,
you can
Shamos
get
just
laid by
thinks
normal women.
Shamos just thinks that he just deserves them, right? Because of who he
Wait,
is.
why don't we ask
You just
Shamos his
brought
view
in-
on
you
women
just
real
brought in
quick?
a little dipshit
I
20-year-old
don't think
girl to
people
like
really
patronize me or
deserve
something.
anything. I
You guys
think
are
you
fucking
either
dicks,
get
man.
it or you
Nobody
don't.
brought her
and
in to patronize you. That's
about anything.
It depends on what you do, and you can.
Wait,
create-
Shamos, tell her your view on women.
Oh.
Tell her.
She didn't.
Yeah,
she didn't seem to care that women wouldn't be able to vote.
Yeah, remember?
Yeah, I think that
I wasn't
basically
here for
women
that.
should not be able to. I think women shouldn't be able to vote, and they shouldn't be able to handle money. Is that
So for every time, it's so
I think-
funny.
I think that's
Wait.
true for some women. Like, some women probably shouldn't
Yeah.
be able to manage their
yeah,
own
but it's
money.
probably
Kind
if
of-
you have that view, if you have that view, you
can,
probably think a
but
lot of
not all
men
of them.
shouldn't.
I'm not talking about handling money as in they make bad financial decisions. I'm saying that they can't touch paper money ever. If they're caught touching it, having it in their pocket, they should be immediately confiscated and returned to their husband or their father,
But
and then
why?
they should be punished in some way, which I don't know what is.
Explain your beliefs
Swear
to
to
me,
God,
Seamus.
he's an
Why
Islam.
do you think that?
Shamos was like a pre-boomer. What the fuck?
No, he's like a fucking Islamic caliph in hiding.
Hold on. Let Shamos answer the hard
basically the
question.
long and skinny of it is that women's financial dependence has destroyed the nuclear family and thus destroyed society as we know it. And so I think
hookup culture
I'm
has
trying to apply the logic is that if I make women financially dependent on men again,
I think what we should do instead is we
Destroy the
should
family.
start reducing the prominence of hookup culture and start encouraging more nuclear families and making that a norm, which would mean probably pushing back on feminism and like this whole shameless culture. I think that would help our families a lot more.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's all
but
I'm advocating that for sure. You know, but I
But,
think the
like-
other extreme methods should also be taken as well.
I mean, like, I don't know. Me personally,
answer
I'd
to
get kind
society's
of
problems,
annoyed if I
shame
couldn't
women.
go buy groceries. That would.
Well, I mean, if you
Actually,
couldn't vote,
you know what?
a
If
lot
I
of-
couldn't
a
buy
lot of good
groceries,
things
that'd be
would
kind of
come from
nice.
able to
And I wouldn't
vote.
have to do the
Seth?
groceries.
Seth,
Obviously,
your society would be a lot better if you shamed your
Obviously,
wife,
they wouldn't
Seth.
be able to work because they'd have to be paid for their labor, and they couldn't handle money, so they wouldn't be able
Seamus,
to
you know
work.
what? Seamus, you know what you should do? I got a guide for you, buddy. What you got to do first? Better hygiene. Groom
Yeah,
yourself.
I'm not really
Change your
not
mindset.
interested.
Like I
I
said,
listen
no,
to
no, no.
20-year-old
Listen to me.
girls
Shut the
with
fuck
fights.
up. Let her talk.
Seamus.
Okay, whatever.
right.
Okay.
You gotta you gotta get a girl who's like super vulnerable, right? She's really traumatized, daddy issues. You gotta abuse her. You gotta get her into the mindset where she cannot think for herself. And then you can have your dream wife where she just stays in your house. I would never personally do that because that's fucked up, but that is the closest way that you could
a
live your
dream
dream.
wife is actually a contradiction. So, but anyways,
Why?
go on.
You know, oh Seamus, I know what you need. You need a fleshlight. There you go.
No, he has to talk to JJ for that.
Yeah, we have a specialist on our server for that.
I just real quick, I forgot your name, Correx or something. Yeah, are you like, what's your ethnicity? Are you like white?
I'm white.
Oh,
White
okay.
as fucking snow.
Gotcha. So you're like one of those white weebs or something like that? I kind of picked up on that.
Nah, I'm just kind of pale.
Have you
she's
done it?
I
whiter
don't
than
know my
mayonnaise.
heritage though.
Have you done a
So-
23andMe yet? 23andMe?
No, I think I might. Like I had some people who are like good at telling that from looking at your face, and they said you're
What the
probably
fuck?
Irish. So I don't know, man. I
Well,
might
you
get
really
it
are
done
dumb if
someday.
you believe that shit.
It's like you can tell if someone's transgender by listening to their voice.
Yeah, what's your sign?
My sign.
Yeah, if you believe somebody can tell your race by looking at your face, what's your sign?
You know, Seth, you've always looked really
I
Jewish to
don't
me.
know. It could be wrong. I don't take
Seth,
it.
Seth, how long have you looked so
I'm
Jewish,
not in
man?
here like this is my ethnicity because this person said so. I'm like this person said this, so maybe it's true, but probably
Yeah,
not.
but you probably give
You know that,
Elizabeth
right?
Warren a bunch of crap for claiming that she's a Native American.
Nah, nah, man. I said I'm white because
No, you
because
know
I know
that
that because I
if
look
you
at my
have
skin and
Jewish
it's white.
if you have Jewish heritage, you're not white. You know that, right?
What about skin color?
I don't know. Like I don't know where I'm from, dude. I
Dudes
just
are
know my
not white.
skin is light.
You know you're
and
not
I'm
Asian though,
comfortable with
right?
it.
Like that's for sure.
Okay.
Oh, why'd you laugh? Why are you laughing like that? Char asked.
Because
Char needs clarity on
it was
this.
funny.
What's funny about it? No, that's what I'm asking. Of course you
'Cause
laughed. Of
I'm-
course you think it's funny. I'm
'cause
asking what was
I'm
funny.
Clearly not
How
Asian.
what was funny? Like I amuse you?
Yeah, what was
How
funny
Asian
about it? It
was
didn't seem
funny?
funny to me.
Yo, bro, you need to chill out. You sound very stressed. Have you ever thought about making
Projection.
some lemon mint tea with some honey? That shit
Projection.
is good.
Wait, hold on, guys.
How
Wait,
are
you don't
Asian
think
women
I'm
Maybe
calm?
funny? Are
chamomile.
they?
Chamomile's really good
Wait,
for calming those nerves.
Wait, Corexo, you don't think I'm calm?
You
right
need to you need to align your chakras.
Dude, man, I'm like super. I'm like one of the. I'm like one of the.
It's so funny.
Look, I'm one of the
She's just
calmest.
memeing, dude. What the fuck?
Look, correct.
Proud
I'm
of
one of
you.
the calmest people. Look, correct. I'm one of the calmest people in the service.
False.
I
Don't
don't get like
disrespect Asian
hyped
women in
up
front of
easily.
Yuri, okay?
Dude, I don't get like hyped up easily. It's not
Anybody
like
who
my
wants to
style.
watch, all right, let's. Anybody wants to watch the movie,
Alright,
go down to
I'm
the
sorry,
screening
I'll
room.
stop. What were you wanting to ask me, dude? We'll be civil.
Oh no, I'm not. I
Could
don't
you
really
finish
care
that, Tom?
anymore.
People were talking.
Yeah, anybody who wants to watch the movie, just go down to the viewing room. Start.
Okay,
I
I'll
don't
be in
like
there short.
movies.
You don't like movies? Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
please
Wait,
don't go down
what
there.
are you?
Stay where you.
Hey Tom, what movie is it?
Oh, God, this is awesome.